to Dory's Dollies for day 20 of Vlogmas and Dollmas and all those wonderful Dolly hashtag celebrations for this month. Today's a special day. Today, 20 years ago, I had my son Ashton, and it's his golden birthday. And I know a lot of people aren't familiar with golden birthdays, but it's a very, very special birthday. And the reason being is because it's the day of your birth and the day of your age. Some of us had our golden birthdays when we were one and don't remember. Others will have them at 31 or 30, and those are great. I had mine on the 12th, and I turned 12, and I remember that being a very, very special birthday for me. But I don't believe that my parents knew it was my golden birthday. But this has since become a really big thing with parents who celebrate their children's golden birthday. So it's very, very, very special. And so my son today, I am wishing him the happiest birthday ever. And I remember this time because I was very, very pregnant with him and was trying to put ornaments up on the tree, and I just was a mess. I couldn't get up. I couldn't do anything. And he was the best early Christmas present I ever got. So I love him, and this is just something that I want to kind of dedicate to him because this is something that's very special to me too. And I think that some of you might be very familiar with this, and this is something a lot of us have here in our homes. And this is a giant tub or bin of elves. And we love and appreciate elves here for a lot of different reasons. And I will get into it, but I will share some of the elves. This was the original Elf on the Shelf that came out in 2005. He was based on a storybook, but guess what? These elves on a shelf were not the first elves. Oh no. Although these guys were reintroduced in 2005, this was the original face, and it was a nod to the original elves that we called knee huggers, and I'll get into those in just a minute. They have since changed this little guy's face to look like this guy. And we didn't have tattletale elves that had to sit on, little shelves and tell Santa all about what we did and what we were doing. And no, no, no. We had them as decorations, and I grew up having these guys, not these particular guys, but some very close to it on my tree. And hold on just a moment. Sorry about that, just a small interruption. Anyway, these are some of the new guys. They came with clothes. I'll show you some of them. Like I said, this is the newest face, as far as I can tell, of the elf. This was my favorite. I just love him because he's, like I said, a throwback to the original guys that I grew up with. Of course, I had to have the brown version and the dark-haired version. This is the girl elf, and they come with wonderful clothes, so you can dress them. And, of course, my little girl always wanted to make sure that her elf was changed and in a different position and flying around the house and, Jingle Bell Rock. I like these sweaters and pullovers and hoodies because guess what? They go really good on my dolls. They fit really nicely on my dolls. Here's another beautiful little dress. I mean, we used to love dressing these guys up and changing them about. Here is a vintage girl that I love so much. She's got her earrings. They stopped producing these ones. So these I remember trying to find, and they were so hard to find because they're just, like I say, the original little nod to the vintage faces. But I love them. Love, love, love. Here's one that I love because she's a lot like me. I love her. Oh, just love them. Cute little outfits. Here's the little pink ballerina. And, I don't even know that you can find these guys at Target anymore. They used to do such fun things. We had the beautiful St. Bernard, and he had clothes. And then we had the little reindeer, too, that went along with them. And they came with different little outfits. These were the elf pets. And then, of course, as you know, most recently, they were doing these little guys, which, of course, are adorable for our little dolls to hold on to. Or just, have set up around the house here and there and everywhere, but I love them. So I'm going to get back to my original story about how these wonderful elves that I know came to be. And I'll share with you some of my original vintage ones. Growing up as a kid, you know, I'm of a certain age. I remember having these guys around the house. This is a tiny, tiny little vintage one. And he is sitting on a holly bush, or a mistletoe bush, I should say, because this hangs over the doorway. And that's when you know to give your loved ones who enter a kiss. I love, love, love that one. And, you know, these guys came to us through Japan in the 1950s. And let me see, some of them still might have their tags. I think some of them do, but I don't know. This was a big guy that he is an ornament, but he just kind of hangs around. Let me see, they're on a wire frame, so you know they're really cool. They were made really neat with felt, and I'm just so happy that they have stood up for this long. This guy here, woo, he's a little dusty and old, and he's, I think, one of the oldest ones in my collection. These were the little knee huggers that we talked about, you know, that started the whole thing. And as I said, they weren't bad guys. They were just good guys that hung around. Yeah. Number 1, Japan. I don't know if you could read that, but this is an original. This is like old school, original, as what we call the OG. He is the OG. He's the original gangster that started the whole trend, and I love him with his original tag on there. So that's a good thing. And then at one point, let me see. These guys are cute. They were like Target and Michael's and Hobby Lobby. They try to do a nod to those guys too. And these are really beautiful. I love them. They're on a wire body. They're just done really, really well. Love those guys. Those are so super cute. Let me see. I have some neat guys here. Look at that. I mean, this guy is so jolly and so sweet. I love those old-fashioned. Look at such a close resemblance to the old original 1950s guys. Gotta love that. This was another little Target, I think, version. Really, really cute. So I'm a little bit, look at this jolly little elf. I am really, you know, kind of beholden to these guys. These are for sure some of my favorites, and I just love them. This guy's got a cupcake, and this guy's got a lollipop. They're just so cute. There's a little boy that goes with the little girl. So yeah, I just love scooping those up. Now, I'm going to put these guys away because I'm going to show you yet another version of these elves. I know I have a lot, and as I say, they're very, very special to me, especially the old-fashioned ones. Let me see here. These are my Kmart. Very, oh my gosh. Let's see if there's even a date on here. I mean, this is a Japan knee hugger as well. She's beautiful. And the reason why I love her is she has the little talky Tina face. She's got the little Vogue Briquette, or even some would say a little chatty Cathy face. And I just love her. These little Kmart knee huggers, boy, oh boy, if you can get your hands on some of these, that would be very epic. Here's one that you could see she still has her original Kmart tag. I mean, I'm very careful with these. I don't even want to put these on the tree because, as I say, we have real Christmas trees and they tend to ooze sap. And I definitely don't want that getting on these Kmart knee huggers. But she's brilliant. 1966. That's the year I was born. Oh my, I gave too much away. But yes, this is definitely a prized possession. I'm so happy to have them. Here is another Kmart girl. You know, they weren't always knee huggers. Sometimes, you know, they were dressed up like a little pose doll, like a little beatnik, especially from that era. She's got her little Miss Santa vibe going with her fishnet stockings and her go-go boots. And I mean, oh my gosh. And there's her little, tree hanger. So you know that they were meant to be hung on your Christmas tree. But as I say, these girls are just too rare and precious for me to be hanging there. And I'm just going to go through them because, I have them and I just kind of want to show them off. As a kid, yes, in the 60s and 70s, I definitely remember having elves and things like that hanging all over the house and here, there, and about. Here's another gorgeous Kmart girl. This one's a little bit older. She's 1965. She's brilliant. And then let's see here. Wow. I mean, when I tell you that I really love these guys, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And you know what? The scary thing is I might even have a few more of these that I don't even remember where I put them, but we won't worry about that right now. Here is another one. This is this beauty right here. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't even be taking off their little cellophane, but I think her cellophane's going to be coming off. Anyway, there it went. Now she's got flyaway hair. Look at the face on this doll. This is another Kmart beauty. She's got her hand tag, made in Japan. These are the original. These are the OGs. Does she have her date on here? I mean, it's barely even legible there, but yeah. I've seen some people buy these on eBay. They pop off their heads because they are such beautiful, beautiful dolls. And then they put them on an Obitsu body. And I mean, those are gorgeous. There's like fan pages dedicated to them. And I could see, wanting to do that. But I just love them in their original little knee hugger bodies because they're so beautiful. This one, oh boy, there goes the hair saran. But here's another beauty, really high color. And the felt on these is just like unbelievable. This is a 1966. This is Julie again with her little Kmart hand tag. Her original made in Japan. Yeah, these babes, oh my gosh, forget about it. And, since we're on the Kmart knee huggers and things like that, you can't forget about this guy. This guy goes for a pretty penny. He's a devilish little friend, but I like to use him also for Valentine's Day. I think his name is Dixon or something like that. He's a little Kmart also, 1967. And this is for those kids who thought they were going to get away with being naughty. Guess what? He might have just been holding a lump of coal for you. Yeah, this guy right here. And, that wasn't all. We spoiled our little elves. And if you recall, once upon a time, the elves came with some really good clothes that, I like to pinch and use for my dolls. Yeah, these are all authentic elf on the shelf clothing and sweaters. I mean, we had so much. Bathrobes and scarves and hats. And look at this little pretty skirt right here. I mean, I'm not kidding you. We use these for all of our little dolls. There's a whole boatload of things in here. Goggles. And these are all authentic to our little elves. Let me see here. Express Your Elf. I like that one. That's a cute one too. So very many. Here's a little... this is like a little tuxedo because they're going to get ready for New Year's Eve. This is when you want to dress them up and have them ready for the New Year's Eve. And these cute little blocks that would come. Santa says hi, and I love my family. These were cute little things that the elves could hold. This was also really neat too because you can have them, just using their little ski lift there to hang from, your chandeliers or what have you. We have snow boots that let them stick onto things. And we have these pretty little boots. I mean, they literally have like every little kind of boot and thing you can imagine. So anyway, we are prepared here with all the elves and all their clothes and all of their goodies. And I hope that you have some of these old-fashioned knee huggers or remember them seeing on your parents. I have a couple of Topo Gigos. I don't remember if you remember Topo Gigo. Topo Gigo, he's a little mouse, and he's also a knee hugger, and he was also a very 60s, 50s kind of a guy, and he was a little Christmas mouse, and Topo Gigio, I think, is still around. I have seen him around. And he's probably in another box of Christmas elves that I have because, yes, we have that many. I've got some old German ones and some really nice ones from Lithuania and all over. But anyway, my friends, I'm wishing you all a wonderful and blessed holiday season and a happy day 20. And I look forward to seeing your videos. Bye.